Skills packet, page 16. It's your white packet. We're on I'm sorry, page 19. I'm highlighting keywords. So what's the first piece, Zakoya, that we should highlight? Perfect. We're going to highlight the formula. Why are we highlighting the formula? So we know how to measure volume. Good morning. Hi. She's in Corinthian. Okay. All right. Format. When calculating the volume this way, the unit for volume is centimeter cubed, or cm to the third power. What information should I highlight from this sentence? Joe?
Around the measurement.
No, but for this one, maybe. What important information in the second sentence?
The volume is centimeter cubed.
Good. I'm just going to highlight this. Right there. Exactly what he just said. Centimeters cubed. And every time you write a number, you have to make sure you round your measurement to the nearest tenth, because my instruments only measure to the tenth. So I can't extrapolate those other numbers because I don't even know what they are. So I have to round to the nearest tenth. What are we highlighting here? Exactly. Round nearest tenth. All right. You have a rectangular prism on your desk. If you do not have one, raise your hand, I'll give you one. If you do not have a ruler, let me know that as well. Who doesn't have a ruler? All right. There you go. Whoa. You're going to be calculating the volume of this rectangular prism. What is the first thing we always need to do? What's the first thing we need to do? Step one. What do we do first? We make sure we always tell the other scientists what we're doing exactly. So we tell them that we're doing the what? We're writing down the formula. Guess what? You don't have to write it because I did it for you. The second step is to do what? Look at your notes from yesterday if you don't remember. You need to substitute. So instead of L, I want you to measure your own block. Don't worry about this block that's on the board. Measure your own block on your desk. So make sure you don't include the dead space. Measure the length. Keep your block flat on your desk. Look at my desk. Model what I'm doing. Keep it flat. How long exactly is your block, Gavin? Be careful. It's 2 centimeters, Gavin. Turn it over. Now go. Start at the edge. Good. How do you write that? 7.5. He's naked. Somebody help him. Put some clothes on his number. Andrew. Thank you. All right, now watch. I'm not lifting the block up. I'm just going to turn it 90 degrees toward me so I measure the length. Now move your ruler over so you can measure your length. So, what is the length of your block, Orion? Naked. This is what he said. He said, this is what he said, really. 2 centimeters. What do I need? What's missing, Zagoya? 0.0, because you have to round to the nearest tenth. So you have to include the tenth. So if there's nothing, you have to put 0.0. All right. Lift up your ruler to measure the height. Keep your block down. Try on. Do not lift up your block. Measure the height. How tall is your block? Do not lift your block up. Just put your ruler up. Andrew. You agree, Gavin? Good job. 1.5 centimeters, 1 5/10 centimeters, no naked numbers. What do I do with those three numbers now? What do I do, Brielle? Good. At this point, if you have a cell phone, you're allowed to use the calculated portion. If you are caught doing anything other than calculating, I'll take your phone. So if you don't have enough discipline, borrow one of my calculators. What do we do with those three numbers? Do we add them, subtract them, multiply, or divide them? Write it down if you can forget to do this. A lot of people add. I don't know why. Multiply. What did you get when you multiplied, Antonio? Oh, why are you raising your hand? I thought you were. Ashley, Aiden, what'd you get? Good. Did you have different numbers than me? Okay. Ashley had different numbers than I did. Did anybody have the exact numbers as me? Chastity.
I got 22.
Good. Do we have to, Ashley, your number is perfect too. Do we have to round this? It's already rounded for you. So you stop here. Do we add a 0 there?
No.
No. But we do need something so it's not naked. What do we need, Austin? Centimeters what? 1, 2, and how many centimeters? 3. To the third power, centimeters cubed. All right. Your lab, which is also going to be in your test, is finding the property. Volume is a physical property of a substance. Physical property means this is a characteristic you can measure. This is a physical property of a substance. You're going to find the physical property of 3 different blocks of wood. A small block, a medium block, and a large block. Writing the formula correctly is 10 points. You want to do it together or you want to do it by yourself? Everybody write the formula on your paper first, and then we'll check it to make sure it's correct. You can abbreviate with letters only. How do I write it, Kareem? Good, keep going. Good. What do you have to put in the beginning? Perfect. Volume equals. Do I have to write the whole word? No, you can just write a V. If you don't know what the V stands for, write it. Volume equals length times width times height. Do you want to put dots? Do you want to put parentheses? You can't put X's. Why can't you put X's in between? Why not, Connor? When do you use X's? What class? Math. And what do they stand for in math? Variables. So we would have L, X, W, X, H, and those X's, Miss Brown would think they're supposed to be variables or numbers, right? So when you substitute for the second step, instead of L, you're going to write the L. Instead of W, you're going to write the W. No naked numbers. What do I put in this box to get full credit? The formula again. Did the formula change ever? No. So what are you going to do? Rewrite it. This is the easiest class in the world. What do I write in this box, Egypt? Good. What do I write in the last box? Liam, what goes in this one right here? Perfect. Good job. All right. You guys are going to be substituting and putting your answers in. If you're absent and you're at home and you don't have numbers, I'm going to pause this and I'll give you numbers in a little while. Okay? I'm going to measure with you. The kids are at the lab tables. So we're going to look at the block and you're going to measure the block. So there's a small wooden block, there's a medium wooden block, and a large wooden block. I'm going to tell you the answers for the length of the first one. The length of the first block is 7.5 centimeters. The width of the first block is, so we're going to write volume again because we don't know what that is. The length, we just measured it, 7.5. No naked numbers, so you put centimeters. I'm going to put in parentheses so it's nice and pretty. The width of the next block, I got to measure that first. And the width of the second block, I wish I had counted so is 5.0 centimeters. And the height of the next block is 2.5. So what do I do to these three numbers? You need to multiply. So you take your calculator and you multiply them. Oh, wait a minute. Alright, so you multiply these three numbers together, and what do you get? Let's multiply. Times 5.0 times 2.5 equals 93.75. So my answer cannot be with 100. My answer has to be multiplied so that I have the nearest tenth. So you have to round it. 93 and 8 tenths. I need my unit as centimeters cubed. Let's measure the second. Pause this if you need time. Okay, the second block. The length is 7.5 centimeters. The width is 7.5 centimeters. But the height of this block is still 2.5. They were cut from the same piece of wood. Let's multiply it. 7.5 times 7.5 times 2.5 equals 140.625. Is that good? Now we have to round it to the nearest tenth. No naked numbers, centimeters, units. Alright, pause so you can write it. The last block is the large block. The large block, volume, is equal to 7.5 centimeters is my length. My width is a little bit longer. It's 9 centimeters. And my height is 2.5 centimeters. Very similar numbers, right? So let's multiply. I got 168.75. I need to round this. I'm not going to do this one for you. You're going to round it. No naked numbers. You're going to put that there. So if you're absent, you need to make sure you have the answer correct. This is not correct yet. It's naked and it's not rounded. Now, there's a whole section over here, volume of a black countertop. If you're absent, you don't do this. I need you to do the next page in the packet. If you're absent, I need you to do page 18 in the packet, the page before, so you could show me that you know what you're doing. Thank you.